So first, I'll give myself a pat on the back. All of the people that I encountered in my life so far are interesting to say the least. I don't like nonsense. It's not that I don't like people, it's like I really genuinely do not like nonsense. So for the past 9 months, I've been out of my parents' house. I don't have any contact with them, and I honestly care not to. Really never made a difference in my life. I was fending for myself for a couple of years before that anyway. If you knew what was going on behind the scenes, it would be pretty obvious that I would end up in a group home. I know the secret's out. I'm in a group home. My boyfriend has been saving money for 9 months to fly me out to where he is. We've been going through our ups and downs and stuff. We tried for an apartment. Didn't happen because he's honestly just a fucknut. He doesn't know anything, or he chooses not to apply himself. Whatever the case may be, I honestly should have broke up with him and got with somebody else a long time ago. And I had plenty of opportunities to. And I absolutely didn't. It was the stupidest decision I ever made in my life. I don't know if you can tell, but my bag is packed. My medals are sorted for the airport. He works 2 minimum wage jobs. If you know my background, it really doesn't surprise me at all that my sisters will choose badminton as well. Say hi to the flash on my camera. I finally figured out how to use it. Maybe people will actually want to watch my videos now that I have a camera with a light on it. We have $2,000. I live in Washington. $2,000 can get you a lot here. An apartment and accessories for that apartment. You could not get into the apartment because the apartment basically dicked him around, or from what I know they dicked him around, from what he's telling me they dicked him around. I don't really believe they dicked him around. I really believe they told him that he wasn't going to get it and he didn't listen. This week he's had nothing but bad news for me. 2 weeks ago, he told his mom he needed the money because she's holding on to the money for him. $2,000 in a separate banking account, so he can't pull any money out of it. Asked him 2 weeks ago to ask her to pull the money out so he can get the car, which was our plan B, and the plane ticket, which was also our plan C. Listen to this. None of our plans are working, right? None of them. Should have been a red flag for me. This is a really serious video, by the way. I don't need any of you guys. Honestly, I would prefer it if you didn't comment anything. As much as I want to just physically hurt this other person, he is a human. The only person that I'm talking to about this is my friend, and she's the only one who's gonna know. Outside of that, outside of you guys, my mom isn't gonna know. Well, she might, because my sister watches my stuff, and my sister's a snitch, so she'll probably fucking tell her. Which I do need to block my sister from my videos, because I really don't need her under my videos commenting and shit, giving me false hope that somebody found my video or something and decided it was worth commenting on. Asking him, like, when can I get out of here? Like, when are you coming to get me? And he's, like, basically telling me, like, oh, well, I have to wait for this, I have to wait for that. He's waiting for his mom to do whatever the fuck she needs to do, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll wait on the old lady. She'll figure her shit the fuck out or whatever. But now it's been 2 weeks, and I'm kind of like, where the fuck is the money, right? And I was very suspicious. I was asking him actually the other night why the fuck she was holding on to his money in the first place, because he has the capability not to spend it, or whatever the case may be, right? Don't take my calm demeanor as it is. Don't take it as face value, which I'm pretty sure you figured out at this point in the video. So I realized that his mom is really involved in my ticket for some reason, and I'm just like, why don't you just get the money from her? And he's like, I don't know, she's not sending it, whatever. So he has me talk to her because he needs her to explain something to me. And all she says is that I'm not over 18, so I can't get the plane ticket. So I'm like, okay, because he was acting weird before this. He called me out of the blue too. I don't like it when people do that shit to me. Add me to a chat with somebody I really don't know, because I don't know his fucking mom like that, and I care not to. Especially seeing the kind of person he turned out as. Yeah, I really am not interested in his parents. Sorry, not sorry. That's the kind of person I am. If you don't like it, like I said, please do not comment. I don't really need it. I don't want the smoke. I don't. I'm gonna say what I need to say, and then I'm gonna end this video because I really do need to do something else. After I say this, I'm gonna tell my friend and I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna find a shelter to go to. So I kind of ask him. I'm getting pissed off because I'm emotional, right? Because this is an emotional conversation for me, because I have to leave, mind you, 5 days before today, right? I had to leave, and I was like, listen, you need to tell me if you're going to get the ticket or if I'm going to have to go find another shelter to live at, because I really don't have time for this. Like, I need to find somewhere to live. I don't care if it's with you or who the fuck ever. I'm not going to be homeless. So I'm telling him, you need to tell me like 3 days in advance if you're going to get your shit together or not. So for 2 months, without telling me, without talking to me. We're partners. We've been partners for 4 years, by the way. We've lived together. We've gone through shit together. The only reason we're not living together right now is because he couldn't find a job in Washington. I know. I know. Don't look at me like that. I was looking like that too, bitch. Me too, bitch. Don't even look at me. Don't ask me. Okay? My mom convinces him to leave the state. And then she ends up, like, not wanting me at the house because she thinks I'm fucking mental or something. That's a different situation. I really can't. I don't have the camera battery to explain right now. So all he had was $2,000. Her rent is at least $600, and that's being very, 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 like, way too generous. I know it's more than that. Math, that's $1,200. $1,200. Gone. He was talking about giving me a hotel room and shit, and I was, before I knew this, right, I was like, no, you only have $2,000. Especially in Washington, you're not going to be able to set me up in a hotel that's safe right next to the airport for a good amount of money. And mind you, I knew something was fishy, because I know Miss Tercios. I know that bitch is not going to sit there and be like, oh, I'm going to send it to you, I'm going to send it to you, and not fucking send it to you, right? She knows what it is. Excuse me, she knows what it is. She's not out here digging people around. So I knew automatically the problem was him, right? I said, what is happening? I asked him what was happening. He told me something before then. I don't remember. That's how angry I am right now. I was pissed and I was like, was there anything else you want to fucking tell me while we're sitting here? There's no way until hell freezes over. Which, by the way, he's not supposed to be driving, which already scares the fuck out of me. If he goes to jail, then kaputs for Adria. That's it. That's it. Some of y'all about to be real mad at me, but it must be said. Nobody's going to hire me. I already know that. Unless I go out there and I babysit, dog walk, and do shit that's under the table, nobody's gonna fucking hire me. Not because of me, by the way. It's just the way that my state works, honestly. If you're not out of high school, they're not, which, by the way, I graduated. I know so many things have been happening to me, good and bad. Wonderful that I graduated, but now I have no direction. I have no parents, and even if I did have parents, they're not going to lead me in the right fucking direction. They're going to give me some vague bullshit about, oh, I need a job or whatever, and that's it. And I need more than just a job. So I'm just like asking him what he thought was going to happen. So not only did he pay rent, You know, I turned 18 on the 27th. Today is the 24th. Every single day, things have been progressively getting worse. I leave in 2 days. He has to leave in 2 days. Actually, no, I have to leave in 3 days. He has to leave in 2 days. He has nothing. Guys, not a thing, not a thing, not a one, not a dos, not a tres, not a thing. He has nothing. He has nothing. I don't know how much I can stress that. He has nowhere to go. So he just paid rent for 2 months for nothing, by the way. Also, I have nowhere to go as a result. That was it. I want to leave my opinions out about him as a person because I'm going to break up with him after this video. I am. I'm going to tell him that it's over. Even if the plane ticket does work out and she does pay for it, which, by the way, she's going to be paying for everything, which makes me extremely uncomfortable. You don't get it. Extremely uncomfortable, especially if you know my history, you know who I am. I will go out there and rob someone right now than have someone else pay for my shit. Extremely uncomfortable. So, even if he does fly me out, we're not going to be together. I cannot bring myself to be with somebody with such little wrinkles on their brain that they can't figure out, hey, if I spend this large amount of money, me and my girlfriend, we're not going to have anywhere to live. And that's before he knew that he had to be out by the 26th. This nigga's dumb. He's stupid. Now look at me. I've been thinking it's sweet. I've been sitting here wondering about him, depending on him. I'm so turned off by him at this point. I have been. I don't think about him. Thinking about him doesn't make me horny anymore. Thinking about him doesn't turn me on anymore. I'm just like, oh, okay. I already know how our relationship's gonna end up. And he's talking about helping me after we break up and all this other shit to basically swindle me back into a relationship. And you know what? I'm gonna milk it. I'm gonna milk every last drop of money out of this nigga. At first I was gonna cry. And then I asked myself why. What is this nigga done for me other than pay my phone bill? What? This is where I differ from all the women in my life. I would be shunned for this. I will be shunned for this by people I don't even know. But guess what? Do I give a fuck?